All right, here we are back on Burners TV. I've got President Casey Johnson. Get that mask on just for the moment, mate. Yeah. Casey Johnson and Footy Operations Director Scotty Patterson here just to give us an update on things. Yes, like that, 1.5. Beautiful, well done, Case. I like that. Now, the second thing, you can take your masks off, gentlemen, because the media rules are that when you're on mainstream TV, which Burners TV is part of mainstream, you can do it without your mask on.
Right.
So over to you, Prez. Case, what's happening?
Thanks, Mike. Look, I just wanted to come down today and give you the day off, I suppose. You've done a fantastic job the last 18 weeks or so with Burners TV, so well done. Just wanted to give everyone a bit of an update regarding the coaching staff. We've signed all the coaches on that were here for 2019, 2020, for the next two seasons, 2021, 2022. So I'll hand over to SP just to give some details regarding that, and I'll come back with some other exciting news as well. So off to you, SP.
Yeah, thanks, Casey. Really pleased to be able to announce to everyone that we've re-signed the entire coaching group, so I'll go through that. Obviously, that means Brendan Allen is the senior coach. In consultation with BA and Casey, of course, we sat down and talked about the coaching group, and we're really happy with the coaching group, and we're really confident going into 2020. Unfortunately, of course, we haven't had any football, but there was no reason to make any changes at all. So great news is I can announce that BA, or Brendan Allen, has signed for 2 more years, and we decided to sign the entire group for 2 years, so the 2021 and 2022 seasons. So BA will be supported by Dave Bartlett and Paul Hudson. Great experience there in that senior coaching group. Luke Matthews will continue as the development team coach, and that's great that we can announce also that Chad Nielsen is committed to joining Luke as his assistant. So we're really confident with those two guys running our development team and producing as many first team footballers as possible out of that development team. And the third one, of course, the third team is the under-19s, which everyone may not be aware that it's going to be an under-20 competition next year. Due to the COVID year, the EFL decided to go out to clubs, and it was announced that we certainly agreed with this, announced that next year it'll be an under-20 competition to give all those boys that last year of development as an under-20 player. The following year, in 2022, it'll revert to actually an under-19.5 competition, and the EFL will do away with the permit system, which we also think is a good move. So that's what's happening. But Paul Hart will certainly head up the under-20 team next year, and we've got some really exciting players in that group. And Paul will work closely with the senior coaches, as always, to develop first team footballers. So that's the announcement for today. All of the coaches have signed up for 2 years. We're really happy with that. To lock it away early as well, it's only the 2nd of September. We're locking that away now, and we'll of course move on to signing up the players very shortly. Just on that, I know that BA did a survey of the players not that long ago, and all 54 players who did the survey indicated strongly they will be playing at Blackburn in 2021. So that's great news as well. So Casey and I will work together with yourself, Mike, to get those contracts signed up over the next month or so. So that's it from me for the moment.
Good stuff. Well done, SP. Back to you, Case.
Just a couple of extra bits of information there. We've still got Ash Brown, who's going to go around again as the chairman of selectors for next year and the year after, which is fantastic. Ash has also committed last night with Paul Hart to be one of the line coaches for the under-19s, which will come out very, very shortly. And Paul Hart just mentioned to me earlier today that he's talking to a fella by the name of Clayton Sturzacker, whose son Jack is new to the under-19s, as possibly being an assistant coach for the under-19s next year. Clayton comes with a great football pedigree. I think he played over 300 games of VFA and TFL in the Tasmanian League. So he's a fantastic guy. So more information to come regarding that. Also too, we're looking to do the same thing with the women's coaching staff. So we'll have some great news regarding that next week with Gilly and her team and how that's going to set up in 2020. We've also got Fiery. He's going to sign on again, come down as the head trainer. As you can see before, he's got his brand new Fiery's den up there. So I don't think he's ever going to want to miss out on using that. And the other thing that's really, really great for the club is we've got Matthew Broom, past president China. He's coming on as our welfare officer for the men's department, and also doing a lot of behind the scenes regarding recruitment. So that's going to value add to our playing list, having someone like that to bounce any problems they've got off him, and we're going to roll the same thing out with another person for the women's team as well. So things are happening behind the scenes if it's not happening on the football field. Just a couple of housekeeping things. Raffle tickets. Thank you to everybody that has brought their raffle tickets back to Mike, and the money's already. We've had to extend that. We've been allowed to extend that because of COVID. The raffle will now be drawn on the 15th of November, which means the good news is that raffle tickets that are still out there and money owing doesn't have to be back to Mike until the 31st of October. Now, I understand it's been pretty difficult with COVID. We've only had 23% of the men's playing list return their tickets, which, you know, I'd hope that to see an increase in that very shortly. 47% of the women have replaced or returned their tickets and monies, which is a little bit better than men, but it's still a lot of room for improvement. But the good thing is 86% of our supporters have actually sent back the money and the tickets, which is a fantastic result. So come on, we want all our players to sort of get up and get about and improve the result they've had so far. So that'd be fantastic. So anyway, we'll give you more updates as time goes on.
Excellent, mate. And just quickly on top of that, today we had just over $900 hit the bank account from our little virtual canteen promo that we did. So many thanks to those people that dug deep and bought a pie or bought a slightly bigger package.
Yep.
But that's $900, which will, you know, certainly help the bank account at the end of the year.
And
so
that's also thank you to Brian Marr, one of our committee men. He was the real driver behind that. Brian's looking after sort of keeping an eye out for grants and bits and pieces that we can take advantage of. So thank you very much to Brian Marr, because he was the driver behind that, and it's worked well.
Excellent, mate. Is it worth mentioning anything about about Berwick and the fixturing for next year, or is that a bit premature?
Okay, so I'll give you a quick update regarding the fixturing, and SP could probably help as well. Looks like there might be 11 teams in Premier Division next year, SP.
Yeah, 11 teams. So Berwick's been given the nod to join the Premier Division, so it means there'll be a bye. I don't think they've actually finalised any draw yet, but it's an interesting decision. So, you know, we just need to roll with it and make sure we're in that top 3 at the end of the season. Hopefully, top position, guys. That's the update.
Correct. That's enough for now.
All right.
We're done, Mike.
We're done.
Well
Thank you,
done.
boys. And we'll get you next time.
Thanks.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.